today we're doing the Unit 2 study guide for our test on Friday. The numbers are messed up on the study guide, just so you know. If you will look, do you see how it says number 1, A, B, C, D, E, number 2, A, B, C, D, E, but if you go to the next page, it's number 2 again. And then if you go to the next problem, it's number 2 again. So just a heads up, the numbering is messed up. I do know about that, but I didn't fix it till after I printed. So don't pay attention to the numbers. Okay, here we go. Select all fractions that are equivalent to 3/12. So how do we figure out if a fraction is equivalent to 3/12? Emlyn?
Double the number?
Nope. Ansley?
Oh, I know. You divide it.
Ella?
You cross multiply.
Cross multiply. So this is what I want you to write down. Next to each of these fractions, guys, I want you to write down 3/12. All the way down, because that is what we're comparing them to see if they are equivalent to 3/12. Okay, so the first one is 4 times 3, shout out the answer.
12.
12, and 12 times 1.
12.
12. So those are equal, so that means 1/4 is equivalent to 3/12. So go ahead and circle A. Number 2, we're going to do 8 times 3, which is
24.
24. And then we're going to do 12 times 2, which is
24.
and those are equal, so we're going to circle B. Okay, next, what is 11 times 3? 33. And then 12 times 2? 24. 24 is less than 33, so we're going to cross through C. Those two fractions are not equivalent. And make sure if I'm writing it down up here, you're writing it down on your paper. Okay, number D is 1 times 3 equals
3.
and 12 times 4? 48, good. 48's greater, so 4/1 is not equivalent to 3/12. And we could see really just by looking at these, because the bigger numbers on top here and the bigger numbers on bottom here, so they wouldn't be equivalent. Okay, last one. What is 20 times 3?
60.
60. Good. And 12 times 5? 60. So those two fractions are equal. I wanted to show you really quick something that is a little bit confusing. Can you multiply 3 times anything and get 5?
No.
No. Can you multiply 12 times anything and get 20?
No.
No, but let me show you why they're still equivalent. Because let's start with 1/4. That's the simplest form. Then the second one that was equivalent is 2/8. Then we have 3/12, and then 5/20. So remember, fractions, equivalent fractions follow a pattern. So 1, 2, 3, what's missing here? 4, 5, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So, you know the thing, if you do it to the top, you do it to the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing that we can multiply 3 times and get 5. However, if we start with 1/4, can we multiply by something and get 5/20?
Yeah.
What do we multiply 1 times to get 5?
5.
And 4 times 5 is 20. So if you do it to the top, you do it to the bottom thing works when you're starting with the simplest form. Okay. Next, it says select all fractions that are greater than half but less than 1 whole. So when I have a list of fractions like this that I know I need to get rid of the ones that are bigger than 1 whole, I start looking for those right away. So we're looking for a fraction that is bigger than 1/2, but smaller than 1/2. So, do you see any fractions up there that are bigger than 1/2, Holly? 5/4. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of 5/4 because 5/4 has a bigger number on top. That means it's greater than 1/2. So next to 5/4, go ahead and write greater than 1. So when you're at home and you're going, why did I cross that out? You will know that it's because it's greater than 1. Go ahead and get that down, bud. Write greater than 1. Write what I'm writing, Lou. Okay. All right. On the next one. So the other 4 fractions are all less than 1/2, right? They've all got the bigger number on bottom. So now we're just looking for any fractions that we have left that are greater than 1/2. So what is 1/2 of 5? Ella? 2.5. Is 4 greater than 2.5? Yes. So we need to circle this. So it's greater than 1/2 and less than 1/2. Okay, what's 1/2 of 3? Ansley? No, that was 1/2 of 5. What's 1/2 of 3? Mason? 1.5. So we have 1. Is 1 greater than or less than 1.5? So 1/2 of 3 is 1.5. 1 is less than 1.5. So this one is less than 1/2, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, what is 1/2 of 7? Kennedy? Yeah, you got it. So 1/2 of 7 is 3.5. And 4 is greater than 3.5. So we're gonna circle D. And the last one, what's 1/2 of 10? Chesney? 5. And so this one is equal to 1/2, right? And that's not an option. So we're gonna put, next to 1/3, we're gonna put less than 1/2. And on 5/10, we're gonna put equal to 1/2. So those are the reasons why we did not choose those. Okay. So you're gonna go to the back of this page. Okay. It says which fraction is less than 3/5? What are we gonna do to find out which of those fractions is less than 3/5? Riley?
Write 3/5 next to each one, and then once we do that,
You got it. That's exactly right. Here we go. All the way down, we're gonna write 3/5. 3/5, 3/5, and 3/5. So we're looking for the fraction that is smaller than 3/5. So the symbol is going to be, since 3/5 is second, it's gonna be this symbol with it open towards 3/5. Okay. All right. 7 times 3. Shout it out. 21. And 5 times 5?
25.
25. 25 is greater than 21, so 5/7 is greater than 3/5. So that's out. We're looking for the one that's less than 3/5. Okay, what is 6 times 3? 18. And 5 times 4? 20. 20 is greater than 18. So 4/6 is greater than 3/5. So that one's out. Okay, what is 15 times 3?
45.
45. And 5 times 9? 45. Those are equal, so the C is out. And then the last one, 12 times 3 is what?
36.
36, good. And 5 times 7? 35. 35 is less than 36, so 7/12 is less than 3/5. So D is our answer. We were looking for the fraction that's smaller than 3/5, and we found it. Okay, on the next one it says list 3 different fractions that are equivalent to 4/5. Please underline that word 3. And then underneath the word list, I'm going to write one of the 4/5. Underneath the word equivalent, I'm going to write another 4/5. And underneath the word your, I'm going to write another 4/5. And now, when we're looking for equivalent fractions, we're going to use the, if you do it to the top,
You do it to the bottom.
okay. So, I'm going to write the multiplication symbol, and let's do 2 on top, 2 on bottom. Then we'll do on the next one 3 on top, 3 on bottom. Then on the third one we'll do 10 on top, 10 on bottom. Okay, what is 4 times 2?
8.
8. And 5 times 2? 10. So we're going to circle that one. I wanted to show you a quick visual to kind of help you with this one. So if we have a diagram and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, okay? And I have shaded 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, right? Does that diagram show 4 out of 5 shaded? Okay? Now, if I take each of those sections and cut them right down the middle, making them double the number of parts, right? So now instead of 1 section right here, I have 2, right? So I started with 4/5, and then I doubled every section, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, makes sense? So we started with 4/5, and then we drew a line down the middle, which cut them all into half, but doubled the number of pieces, which gives me 8/10 size sections. Okay, what's 4 times 3?
12.
And 5 times 3?
15.
15, and circle it, 12/15. So if instead of drawing one line down the middle, instead of doing that, I split each of my sections into 3 parts. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shaded out of 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and that's if we multiply by 3 because we're turning 1 section into 3. And 4 times 10?
40.
And 5 times 10?
50.
All right, and circle that one. All right. Alina says that 3/5 and 6/10 are not equivalent because there are twice as many parts in 6/10. Do you agree with Alina? So this is what she's saying. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 3 shaded, okay? And she says that 6/10 is not equivalent. But if I cross multiply 3/5 and 6/10, what is 5 times 6?
30.
30. And what is 10 times 3?
30.
30. So are they actually equivalent?
Yeah.
Yes, because as long as you double the number that's shaded and the total number of parts, they are equivalent. I didn't shade any more when I cut them down the middle, right? Okay. So let me have you write down. Let me see. So first it says, do you agree with Alina? We're going to put no. Explain your reasoning. 3/10 is equivalent to 6/10 because there are twice as many parts shaded and total parts. You can also, since it says explain your reasoning, it does want words on that one, but you can, and so 3/10 is equivalent to 6/10 because there are twice as many parts shaded and total parts. And you could show like this. If you do it to the top, you do it to the bottom. Or you could also show cross multiplying that both equal 30. Okay. Yes.
It's supposed to be 3/5.
Oh, thank you, Emlyn. All right, I made a mistake. Instead of 3/10, it's supposed to be 3/5. Emlyn, give yourself a point for that, for helping others. Okay. All right, go ahead and turn to the next page. When you finish that one, just flip your entire packet over. And now it says, and if you don't have that finished copy, or if you're not finished copying, I'll put it back up at the end. Let's move on to the next page. It says list these fractions from smallest to largest, then explain how you found the order. So, sit up for me, please. The very first thing that we're going to do is compare these to the benchmarks 1/2 and 1/2. So, do you see any fractions that are greater than 1/2? Kennedy,
Wait, what did you say again?
do you see any fractions greater than 1/2?
1/4. Wait, no.
Nope.
13.
How do you know if a fraction is greater than 1/2? Yeah. Do you see one like that, Kennedy? Go ahead.
13/6.
Yep. So we're going to give that a double plus. It's bigger than half and bigger than 1/2. And there's one more of them. Angel?
7/4.
Yep. All right. So put a double plus. Okay. Then, so the rest of them are all less than 1/2. So we're going to compare them to 1/2. What's half of 12?
6.
6. 7 is greater than 6. So greater than half. So we're going to put a plus sign. Okay. What is half of 8?
4.
So 3 is
Less
than half. What's half of 4?
2.
So 1 is
Less
than half. Okay. So remember, my little symbols, we've got the biggest one, which is greater than half and greater than 1 whole. Greater than half and 1 whole. Then the plus sign, which is greater than 1 half. Then the equal sign, which is equal 1 half. And then the minus sign, which is less than 1 half. Okay? All right, so here we go. We have 2 fractions that are less than half. And so we need to figure out which is the smallest of the small. How can we do that? Ella?
Cross multiply.
Yep, we're going to cross multiply the 2 that have the minus sign. So come up here to the top and write small, 1/4 and 3/8. Okay, 4 times 3 is what?
12.
12. And 8 times 1?
8.
8. 8 is less than 12, which means 1/4 is less than 3/8. So my smallest fraction of them all is 1/4. What comes next? Riley? 3/8. The other one that's less than half. What is the what fraction comes next? Mason?
7/4. Or no. 3/8. No. That's not. 7/12.
7/12. Good, you got it. 7/12, the one that's greater than half. So we have less than half, greater than half, and then we've got 2 left that are both greater than 1 whole. So what do we need to do to see which is the biggest and which is smaller? Addie?
Cross multiply.
You got it. So I'm going to cross multiply 7/4 and 13/6. Okay, what is 4 times 13?
49.
Nope. Look at your multiplication.
52.
Thanks, Grady. 52. Okay. I didn't do that very well. Okay, 13 times 4 is 52. And what is 7 times 6?
42.
42. 42 is less than 52. So what fraction comes after 7/12? Grady?
7/4.
Yep. And then the biggest of them all? 13/6. Now, it does say explain how you found the order. What was the very first thing that we did? Compared each fraction to benchmarks. Okay, so 1, compare each fraction to 1/2 and 1. Okay? Okay, and then what did we do next? Kennedy?
Put them in, or we cross multiply.
We cross multiplied the ones that were in the same category, right?
Yeah.
So, step 2, cross multiply the fractions that are in the same category. And the last step was we just put them in order from least to greatest. Order fractions from least to greatest. Okay. And that's the last one that we have to write a whole lot on. the next one, it says for each fraction, write an equivalent fraction with the given denominator. So we start with 2/5. Do you see that? Do I have 2/5 shaded? What do you? Okay. What do I have to multiply 5 times to get 15? Shout it out. 3. So that means I'm going to split each one of these sections into 3. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sections. So I started with 2/5. I multiplied by 3 over 3 and I got 6/15. Okay? This is what I want you to write down on this one. To get from 5 to 15, you multiply by 3. If you do it to the bottom, 2 times 3 is what? 6. That's your answer. Okay? You don't have to do the diagram. I'm just doing a visual so that you can see it. On the next one, what do you multiply 3 times to get 24? 8. And if you do it to the bottom? Whoops. Times 8. Now, when students, last year when students had trouble with this, it's because they just wrote an 8 right here. But we still have a 2 that we have to multiply that 8 times. So what is 2 times 8?
16.
16. Okay. On the next one, what do you multiply 5 times to get 35?
7.
And if you do it to the bottom?
You do it to the top.
And what is 6 times 7?
42.
42. Do you notice how on 6/5 the bigger number's on top? And so your equivalent fraction would have to have the bigger number on top too, which it does. Okay, the next one, what do you multiply 7 times to get 28?
4.
And if you do it to the bottom?
You do it to the top.
And what is 5 times 4? 20. And there is one more of these on the next page at the top. The page is kind of split, kind of messed up. Okay, what do you multiply 8 times to get 32?
4.
Okay, and what is 7 times 4?
28.
There you go. So he's gonna have a 28. Okay, last one. Noah and Lynn drew different geometric designs on the same size rectangular paper and colored the designs. 4/10 of Noah's design is blue. How can you describe the size of that fraction? So how can you describe this right here? Emlyn?
It's less than the whole in there.
Less than half, right? It is less than 1 whole, less than 1/2. That is true. If I told you to make a fraction that's 4/10, how many sections would you have?
2.
Angel?
10.
And how many would be blue?
4.
Very good. Okay, so this is what I want you to write down. Emlyn and Angel, you're both right. Okay. 4 out of 10 parts are blue. Comma, which is less than half. Okay. B says 5/12 of Lynn's design is blue. Sketch an example of what Lynn's design could look like. Before you start sketching, guys, when you're first sketching this, like on the study guide and on the test, I want you to use really light pencil strokes because if you make a mistake and you've written really with dark strokes, it's hard for me to tell if that was supposed to be a section or not. So how many total parts do I need to split this into? Kennedy?
10.
Nope. Ansley? Nope. Lucius?
100.
Guys, look at what fraction we're doing. Riley? 12. We're splitting this into, we're trying to shade 5 out of 12. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to start by drawing a line right down the middle. And see, I didn't do a very good job. So, now, what?
So why don't we have rulers?
Because it just said a sketch, just do it lightly. Do your best to split it in half. And then you're gonna make each section about this big. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, okay? So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a sketch. And how many should I shade? Kennedy?
5.
5. So I need to shade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one that I've seen all kinds of craziness on the actual test. So if you've got a section and you're trying to make the fraction 5/12, this is not what I want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and all that's part 12. Okay? They have to be equal size sections. Okay. All right. So another way to do it, this way works because 2 times 6 equals what? 12. Another way that you could also do it if you wanted to is like this.
Oh yeah, I used to do that.
Okay, so you could make boxes and just make 4 across, 3 down, and then shade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so either way would work. It just wants to know that you understand how to show 5/12. Okay? Last question says, whose design has more blue, Noah's or Lynn's? Well, both of them are less than half, right? So how can we compare them and see which is bigger? Mason?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiplying. So I'm going to write 4/10, and that is Noah's. And then I'm going to write Lynn's, which is 5/12. And if I cross multiply, 10 times 5 is 50. 12 times 4 is 48. 48 is less than 50. So whose design has more blue? Lynn's design has more blue because 5/12 is greater than 4/10, and that is it. 5/12 is greater than 4/10. Okay, I'm going to stop this video.